Bitcoin reacting to some negative news right now, down around 4%. How does this line up with the technicals on the charts? What are the breakout targets to the downside, to the upside? And will Bitcoin bounce off of this very dip? What's up, everyone? Thanks for coming by Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe on the way, and let's jump into the video. This is the hourly chart. You can see what has transpired. It's a 4% dip. If you kind of start zooming out on the on the hourly chart, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, these dips happen anyway, whether there's news or not, but it really does seem, I mean, this is very confluent with news that just came out about BitMEX. They're being charged, attempted to evade U.S. regulations. U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, federal prosecutors charging crypto trading platform BitMEX with facilitating unregistered trading and other violation. BitMEX, as you know, huge exchange, and Bitcoin reacting to that news. Now, what's interesting to me is how this is going to play out in terms of the charts that we've been following. The consolidation of Bitcoin, namely in this speculative symmetrical triangle that we started talking about, and it's really not looking too speculative anymore because it has truly been formed, in my opinion. You can see it here on the 6 hour. Now, if you've been watching my videos, I mean, on the micro, we have these Fibonacci retracements, and this is just a really good opportunity to show you, and I talk about how reliable this tool is, but this is a perfect opportunity to show you how. We have Bitcoin, that first swing low to this swing high, coming back down to this Fibonacci retracement, the green rectangle. We got support, we got a bounce. Then we have that swing high to that swing low, Bitcoin coming up. We've been tracking this to see if Bitcoin can break this Fibonacci retracement resistance to the upside. And you can just see Bitcoin from September 24th to just about now, right? Around a week, Bitcoin saw resistance at the resistance area. And now we have another area, this previous swing low to this new swing high, Bitcoin. And look at the consolidation in the Fibonacci retracements, everybody. Look at this. This happens all the time on the micro and macro. This tool is awesome because when we start breaking this green rectangle, that's kind of more of a confirmation. We get into a riskier territory, or to the upside, a more bullish territory. This is why we use these green rectangles. It's a 618 to the 786 as areas to watch for. And currently, you can see on this 6 hour chart, Bitcoin has just wicked into this new Fibonacci retracement, touching that 618, currently above it. Now, if I just remove these Fibonacci retracements to clear up the chart a little bit, you can see this is what it looks like, a symmetrical triangle being formed. And this always happens for Bitcoin in these patterns: symmetrical triangle, falling wedges, rising channels, higher highs, higher lows, lower lows. All these different formations happen. But what we watch for is for that green rectangle to be broken. And currently we're testing that right now. Confluent with that, as often is the case, we have this lower trend line down here of this pattern, the symmetrical triangle. So going into today, it's a weird time to post a video, but I really want to track what Bitcoin's going to do throughout today, this afternoon, going into tonight. Will Bitcoin bounce off of this Fibonacci retracement? We're getting very close to the apex now of this symmetrical triangle. If we get a bounce, if we get buyers, if we get the bulls stepping in, a breakout to the upside could be very much in play in the short term. So this is kind of negative news for the space. I don't think it's that huge in terms of how it's going to affect price, but time will tell how this plays out. The biggest thing is this could be the catalyst for what happens in this symmetrical triangle, meaning if Bitcoin breaks the technicals because of this news, and we start getting more bearish confirmations, we could truly break out of this symmetrical triangle to the downside. We could be in the 9,000s very quickly. So to the downside, please just be prepared for what might be in store for Bitcoin, but also be prepared. There might be some buyers in the low 10,000s down here. So going over to this daily chart, these are the breakout targets. If Bitcoin gets a really solid bounce somehow going into this apex in the next day, 2-3 days, we have an upside target, not immediately, but around 12,500. We've talked about that. That's the previous swing high in middle of August. To the downside, the downside, I believe, can probably happen a little quicker than the upside in terms of targets. Right down here around $9,000. That is such a big move for Bitcoin if it happens, because we know if we go to the weekly chart, this is what we're looking at. Not only do we have the weekly, the 50-week moving average down there around 9,000. That is huge support. Bitcoin has to stay above that. But truly, just below us, around 10,200, is this green line, the 20-week moving average. And as we know, if we zoom out on these charts, Bitcoin basically in this continued uptrend that it's been in for years and years and years has stayed above this area, especially post-halving. We've seen support above that area. If Bitcoin hits this short-term $9,000 target, we will be well below that area down here, and you can just see it on the charts. So Bitcoin on the weekly could look something like this. That could be very interesting to all the long-term trends and the long-term analysis of Bitcoin diverging away from itself. The question is today going to be the catalyst for that actually happening? This is what I'm tracking. This is what I'm watching. I wanted to make this a quick video, quick update. Might do another update later on tonight if the markets continue to move, but let's see how this plays out. Let's watch it. Appreciate you cruising by. Hit that subscribe and the like on the way out. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.